I am doing a giveaway for an hour in my office down here, but I try to do videos here just in case you never have the opportunity to come in and talk about your trauma. You never have the opportunity to come in and talk about that relationship or boundaries or people pleasing or what have you. Honey, I have been pastoring for 22 years. I'll be 40 next year. And I'll tell you that one of the things that is hardest for a Christian, especially when you don't know your worth, is to set boundaries. So a lot of times when we set a boundary, people begin to throw verse in your face. And it's a manipulative tactic. And anytime we manipulate anything, people, trying to get our way, even using the word of God to manipulate someone's feelings or decisions, is considered witchcraft, because manipulation is essentially witchcraft. And I feel like at some point or another, everyone has used something in the wrong context. But I wanted to talk to you today about just how biblical it is for you to have boundaries. Proverbs 4:23 says this. It says, above all else. Above what? All else. Guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This verse talks about the importance of protecting yourself, protecting your heart and your peace, and setting boundaries for your heart. And this encompasses emotions, even if you don't want to do it. Even if you don't want to set that boundary. Your thoughts and desires, it goes above those things, and it serves as a foundational principle for you. It helps you to establish emotional and spiritual boundaries. And I love how God is so clear about things. And I hate how people can flip it when you're just trying to be healthy and hold your own peace. 1 Corinthians 6:12 says this, freedom and permissibility is what it's about. I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but I will not be mastered by anything. It means not anything is going to overtake me. And I have the ability to do this, but is it beneficial for me? I can do this because I'm free in Christ, but is it good for me? Say you had an abusive spouse and they keep coming back, but every time they hurt you. Now, you have the freedom to go back, but is it beneficial to you? I'm going to go out on a limb as someone who's been in situations like that, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not. This one, there's so many I can't fit it in just one video, so I'll try to do a couple more. But my favorite for boundaries is this. It makes people angry. The people who you have to leave behind. It don't make you angry. It makes them angry. Because always remember that when someone can't receive your no, it's only because they benefit from your yes or they want to control you. Leviticus 20:24 talks about setting boundaries for separation. And this is something that the Lord has said unto Moses. He says, but I have said to you, you shall inherit their land, and I will give it to you to possess, the land flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who has separated you from the peoples. Now, there's a lot of people who take forgive and grace a little too far. Because yes, there's grace and there's forgiveness. But to be holy means to be what? Set apart. And if you're around things that are not holy and you are holy, God will set you apart and people will not like that. If Moses had not listened, he would have got caught up in the wrath of Pharaoh. And you never want to be around someone who's about to get humbled or who God's coming for with wrath. Because if you're anywhere near it, it's not a safe place and God will separate you. Even though they listen and even though they make it through all the way, this enemy chases them down like, come back, you're ours. It's controlling. Any controlling spirit, manipulative spirit, woe is me, victimized spirit when you're just trying to live your life. It's okay to have had things done to you. It's okay to speak on those things. It's not okay for someone to use the fact that they hurt you, so you need to forgive them and come back, as a tactic, because you did that to yourself. And the Lord speaks on this all throughout the Bible. The Bible is perfectly with the days that we sit in the therapy office. It lives perfectly with talking to people through their trauma. It lives perfectly with counseling, because God is the great counselor. And we are just little counselors with a C, little preachers with a P. But the Lord is the great counselor, wonderful counselor. If you guys need us, you can find us through the week up here on our page. And I would love to see you in the office. And if you never get a chance to come in, or it's been something that's difficult for you, leave us your favorite Bible verse, or leave us your favorite emoji, and let us throw you in the hat. 'Cause I'd love to see you. I can get a lot done in an hour. And I pray that this gives you the courage to go out and live the freedom that God gave you, because who the Son sets free, darling, is free.